Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have some fun new products to play with from Juvia'S Place. Their Nubian Earth palette and lipstick. I have some other Juvia'S Place products that I know and love that I want to make sure that you are familiar with. I have some products from number 7, Little Color Pop, Little Oma by Sharon C. We're just going to put together this look, which, spoiler alert, I love. So if that sounds interesting, just keep watching. I am excited. Excuse the messy bun, but it is hot up in here. You can tell it's summertime. I'm going to start with the face, and what I already have on is my brows. I used my ColourPop brow wax. I used my Sephora brow pencil, and then I did have to throw a little bit of a brown shadow in there because for some reason it was a little patchy looking today. I probably didn't let the gel dry completely. I did throw a little bit of my Becca brightening under eye on because I love that product. And for the face, I'm going in with one of my favorite, I would call it a tinted moisturizer. It is actually called the number 7 Airbrush Away Tinted Skin Perfector. Satin finish, sheer coverage, enriched with skincare benefits, suitable for sensitive skin. You can find this at Target, and it is in the shade medium. This is what it looks like when it comes out. It is like a, I would call it a moussey texture. And it looks dark when you first put it on, but it blends out. If you're familiar with Taylor Wynn, she's the one that turned me on to this. I brought this to my nephew's wedding. It just smooths right over the skin. It says satin finish, but I think it looks a little more matte, which obviously is my preference for my oily skin type. But if you see, it just smooths over the skin and looks beautiful. No makeup days, I really enjoy this. If I wanted a little more coverage, I would go in with a skin tone concealer and just cover any spots that bother me. But today I am going in with a lighter concealer. This is Juvia'S Place. Today's video, if you didn't hear it in my intro, is all about Juvia'S Place. They came out with a new palette, very exciting. It is one of my favorite affordable brands, and I grabbed a few of my Juvia'S Place products. I did forget to mention that I have the Juvia'S Place eye primer on as well. It is a beloved member of my makeup stash. So this is the concealer. I'm gonna put this on. It is, I would call it a medium coverage. But what I like to do is just let it set on the skin for a minute, and I'm going to just sort of brighten up the center parts of my face. And then what I'll do is I'll take my concealer brush, this one is from e.l.f., and I will blend it in the places that I need the least coverage, and the places that I want the most coverage, I'll let it sit there longer. So I'm basically just brightening the center of my face with this brighter concealer. I have not tried Juvia'S Place foundation. I think maybe I've seen in other reviews that it's a little heavy, and I tend to prefer a thinner consistency to my foundations. So I'm just going to take this all the way around. What I ought to do is get a more skin tone shade in this because the packaging is huge. You seem to get a lot of product in this. I believe this is larger than standard packaging. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. I grabbed another number 7 product to set my face with. This is their Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder. I like to use this under my eyes. I use this fluffy brush that I got from Boxycharm. It is Love plus Craft plus Beauty. I just like that it's on the fluffy side because I like to be very light-handed with powder under my eyes. Number 7 makeup products can be found at Target. I'm just going to do the center of my face again. Here is a bronzer from Juvia'S Place. This is their bronzer palette in the shade medium. You get a nice mirror. You get 2 different shades of bronzer. I'm going to go in with the lighter shade. Comment below if you've tried Juvia'S Place's formula and what your favorite product is. I started with eyeshadow. Fell in love with their eyeshadow formula, and then I have branched out a little bit. I would say my favorite products are still their eyeshadows, but I definitely use their eye primer at least a couple of times a week. It's in my absolute constant rotation. I love their lipsticks. Their liquid lipsticks are very nice. I have a blush palette that I very much enjoy. Those are my favorites, but I mean, look how smooth and beautiful that is. For highlight, I grabbed one of my newer highlights from Flower Beauty. This is in the shade Gleam, and it is a nice pinkier color. Woohoo! Did I go too heavy? We'll see. Keep it high. Don't bring it down too far. You want to keep it no further than the center of the eye to go in, or it can accentuate texture. And I've done it. If you do that, just take your foundation brush, blend that out. Typical Jenny, went in a little too heavy-handed. So light little tap is all you need for that highlight. I think we're okay, but you can see how beautiful the pink highlight is. For blush, I have their Blush Duo. This is volume 2 is what I got. Again, a mirror, and then you have a peachy blush and a more pink blush. So you probably could have guessed that I'm gonna go in with the pink blush. I'm just gonna tap that right in between where the bronzer and the highlight was. The blush is not quite as pigmented as the bronzer, which I think is nice. I prefer to be able to build up my blush that way, because blush is personal. Some people really just like a dusting, and some people really like to go in. I love blush. I think it brings the face to life. So Juvia'S Place recently came out with this Nubian Earth palette. I could not wait to pick it up. It is right up my alley. Some beautiful neutral shades in there. What I love is that it's not too warm. It doesn't seem to be too cool. Here are all the shades. I have to say I'm super impressed by this sparkly one right here. That is it. Right here, it seems to be multifaceted with colors, but they all look beautiful. There's only one that didn't really show up, and that is this one, but that'll be a nice blending shade. The swirly one was a little bit disappointing. It looks like it's almost more of a topper. That's the one I have up here. It's like a peachy topper, if you can see that. I definitely want to play with this color here. That is my lid color for sure. So simple, easy, neutral. This is good for the girl that doesn't know what to put on her eyes. These colors are just going to look beautiful. So I am going to go in with that didn't show up color just to make sure that that primer is set. It should be, but this actually is showing up. I can see it on my eyes. I'm just going to throw that in the crease with this, I think it's a Rephr 14 brush. It's a little bit fluffy. I believe Rephr is having a sale right now on their brushes. If you want gorgeous brushes, I would love to have every brush that they make. That's actually really pretty. This could be a nice one and done. Look how gorgeous that is. That looks so nice on a no makeup day. Very nice. I'm going to go in with this deeper shade right here. They don't seem to have shade names, so I'm just going to point and go, and I'm just going to start building up, same brush, with this deeper shade right here, and we're going to build up a nice blown out look. Wow. I mean, these shadows are just so blendable and easy. One of the best. I highly recommend trying out Juvia's Place's shadows. I've heard that some of their 6-pan palettes are not the best, but I have not tried them. I believe it's like the taupes and the chocolates. I've never tried those palettes, but I do have one of their quads. I have the Grays quad, and it's stunning. So I've never been disappointed with the Juvia's Place palette. I'm going to actually take this same shade right here and run that under my eyes. I'm going to take this little e.l.f. brush. This is from their Mint Melt collection. And I'm going to go in with this deeper brown right here and just accent that outer corner. Oh, look how beautiful. I'm just going in little circular motions and pulling it up just a little bit. The right brush and the right shadows just make for ease. So little circular motions and then pull. Now for the fun, I'm going to go in with this shimmer, and it is a little bit chunkier than the rest of the shimmers. I can see it chunking up on my finger. Hopefully it doesn't end up all over my face. I'm going to tap my finger and I'm just going to go in. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. All right, this is definitely the wildest shade in the palette. I apologize for my girls that were just looking for a soft neutral, but when I swatched it, I was like, oh, I'm in love. I have to play with that shade. To me, this is the most fun shade in the palette. I see green, I see gold. It's beautiful. I hope my lights are doing it justice. Tapping off my finger because it is definitely crumblier than the rest, but to me it's worth it. I just press that into the lid. Ooh, so pretty. Yes, please. All right, I am going to go back into this shade, that I believe it was the second shade, and just reinforce that crease in case any of those shimmers went up too high. And it helps blend out that outer corner deeper shade. Just lightly going over. Here's another brush from that Mint Melt collection. It is a flatter type brush. I'm going to go into that deepest shade, and I'm just going to tap it lightly, and I'm going to go just under the eye. Very close to the lash line. Looks like I do have a little bit of glitter fallout under my eyes, but that's okay. I'll wipe it away. Ooh. Let's take a powder brush, just dust away any fallout. Just going to throw a little bit of my Believe Beauty black liner on. This brand can be found at Dollar General. Everything less than $5, which is nice. I have a whole video on Believe Beauty. I'll make sure I link it for you. I even like to take a tiny little brush and smudge it a little. I am going to do my waterline. I'm going to do my upper and lower waterline for this look. For mascara, I have this Batter Boom mascara from Oma Beauty by Sharon C. You can find this at Walmart. This is a little baby one, but the full size is less than $10. It's got a nice size wand. And this is probably my #1 affordable mascara that I've been enjoying as of late. I'm going to put it on my bottom lashes, which is usually a dangerous thing, and I'll try to leave a comment below in the description box to let you know if it runs, because a lot of them do. I think the only mascaras that I own that do not run on the bottom for me right now are the It Cosmetics Superhero and I believe the Rare Beauty does not run on my bottom, but I have a lot of issues with mascaras under my eyes, so I normally use a tubing mascara. We throw on a couple coats and I'll be right back. Mascara is on. For lip liner, I grabbed this one from ColourPop in the shade BFF3. I picked this shade because the new Nubian Earth lip color that I picked up is in the shade Nubian Sand. Beautiful packaging. I already have another one of the matte lipsticks from this brand in Toffee, which is a beautiful brown, but I thought I'd pick this one up. The packaging is so cute, and inside, this is what the color looks like, and it's got some beautiful marks on it. I love the way that that looks, but when I swatched it, it is quite light. So it's a little lighter than I would prefer, so I'm going to line my lips and then fill them in. Now, in my experience, these lip colors are very long lasting, but I've also found that when you line your lips and then put a lip color on top, it lasts even longer. So this will be on until I go to bed, even after eating dinner. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. I would also use this shade for a darker lipstick that I just wanted to lighten up the middle. I think that that would be beautiful. Let me go ahead and set the face. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Fight Dirty setting spray. Love it. Love the way my skin looks with it. This is the finished face. What do I think about the new products from Juvia'S Place? I absolutely love them. I expected this to be a beautiful neutral palette with shadows that I could trust, and then this turned out to be the star of the show. I absolutely love this shimmer shade, but I know that I will love the rest of them as well. They are all gorgeous, creamy, lovely. For $20 Juvia'S Place, you've done it again. The lip color, gorgeous. I just love a good nude that just glides on and then sets. I think this is beautiful. And of course, I used some other favorites from Juvia'S Place. Let me know what you thought. Again, I've listed everything in the description box for you. I will let you know about the Batter Bang from Oma by Sharon C, the mascara. I'm gonna leave this on for the rest of the night. The rest of the products I know, I love. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to have you join me. I post on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think about the Juvia'S Place products. I would love to hear from you. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.